Hey guys, Dave Burrill here, AK Cobra on RC Groups. I just wanted to do a little overview of this guy right here, the Eachine Falcon 250 that I received to review from Banggood. This guy is the follow-up quad to this one right here. This is the Eachine Racer 250, which came out late last summer. This one I would say is much more geared towards entry-level flyers. It's much slower and more docile, and it just doesn't have the power that the Falcon has. This Falcon, it comes with more powerful motors, ESCs that support 4S. It's got these tilted motor mounts. As you can see, it gives you about a 10-degree forward tilt, and it's got this camera that can tilt up as much as you want. As you can see, the difference with this on the Eachine, on the Racer, you can tilt the camera, but it's limited to about 10 degrees. So it does help a little bit, but not all that much. This one is fast. There's no doubt about that. I do have a video up on my video channel. I'll have a link to that in this review. There are a few warts on it though. One of the things I didn't like, this is the receiver that it came with. I've since migrated over to my Spectrum radio. This guy came, the way this was mounted was just like this. Now, I don't know if you can see this in here, but if you see right in there, that's where the USB port is, and this was directly blocking it. So the only way to get to the USB port was to take this top plate off, remove the side plates, which I've since taken off anyway, and then take the receiver off. So you had to pretty much half disassemble the quad just to get to the flight controller to do any tuning or change your rates or anything like that. So that was just really poorly engineered. The other thing I didn't like about how this was mounted was, as I said, it was mounted on there like this. This was underneath, not up here, obviously. And these antennas were kind of pulled back and just loosely sticking out the back like that. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so it was it was just really very unprofessional and sloppy. It didn't give you the impression that it had been assembled or engineered by a professional. The other thing I don't care for about this quad is this camera is pretty low quality. The one on the Racer here was actually much better. You can't tilt it as much, but the image was much better quality coming out of this than you get from this. And I do have a video flying on this, two videos actually, my maiden flight and a second flight, just flying around my yard with this. And it's a DVR, so you can see how poor quality the video is coming out of this. I really wish they'd put in a better camera, and that's one thing I'm definitely going to be upgrading on this. The last thing I wasn't crazy about with this is this radio. This is the FlySky i6, and it just feels like a toy to me. I'm used to this Spectrum DX7S here, and by comparison, this just feels like a toy. I never really got comfortable flying with it. It just feels different than the Spectrum. This switch pops right off like that. It just popped off by itself 2 days after I got it. It's probably not really a fair comparison because this is a included radio, and for the price, it's adequate. It does the job. It's just not something you're really going to want to build a fleet around. I think this is, it'll get you going, but I think this is something you're going to want to upgrade once you get a little more money. Overall, would I recommend this quad? Yes, I would. It's a very fast, agile quad, as you'll see in my my flight video on my video channel. It's a lot of fun to fly, and it comes perfectly tuned out of the box. You don't have to go in and adjust the PIDs or anything with this. It'll fly right out of the box. It comes with good props. It comes with these bullnose props that seem to be of very good quality. And other than a couple of warts, which aren't really major, just kind of annoyances, it's a really good fast quad. I think it's a great value for the money. I think this is going for about $220 for the RTF version with the radio, and it comes all ready to fly. All you have to do is charge your batteries, put on your props, and go. And there's also a bind and fly version that you just add your receiver and go. And I think either one, I think you won't go wrong with either one. It's a great quad. It's a good value for the money, and I think you'll enjoy it. Thanks for watching.